What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwanese chip giant TSMC is on the hunt for top engineering talent, and now it's looking to train foreign students for its branches overseas. Tiffany Wong reports.
Studying semiconductors, Japanese student Mashita Ayane has traveled over 2,000 kilometers from her hometown in Saitama Prefecture to enroll at the National Yunlin University of Science and Technology in southern Taiwan, a school she chose because of its links to semiconductor giant TSMC. The chipmaker is funding her studies, and she hopes that if she works hard enough, by the end of the program, she'll also have secured a job there.
簡単なんですけど、やっぱり中国語なので、習ったことないところは難しい。
The fully funded program is all part of the tech giant's efforts to train up its talent for its rapidly expanding business. TSMC just opened its first factory in Japan in February and is set to begin commercial production in the fourth quarter of this year. To meet its recruitment needs, TSMC signed a 5-year agreement with the university to train up dozens of Japanese students each year.
学校自己本身等于有点类似奖学金这样鼓励他们过来念嘛。我们整个叫半导体学程，那这些半导体学程后续可能会，它也可能在半导体的其他产业啊，可能也在封装啊，可能也在那个测试啊，可能也在各种不同的那个半导体的产业。
TSMC is hoping to expand the program to 90 Japanese students next year. It's also announced plans to launch a similar program in Germany, where the company is building its first European fab, making sure their foreign subsidiaries have the key Taiwanese training that has made TSMC the world leader. Kama Shri and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
One of Taiwan's top table tennis players is now a co-owner of an American table tennis team. 23-year-old paddler Lin Yunru bought into the Princeton Revolution, which represents New Jersey as one of 8 teams in the U.S. Major League Table Tennis organization. The league was founded in 2023, and its latest season kicked off in September. With U.S. elections now over, many in Taiwan are wondering what relations with its biggest unofficial ally will look like as Donald Trump once again takes office as president. To learn more, Andrew Ryan sat down in Washington, D.C. for an interview with Bonnie Glaser of the German Marshall Fund.
Now, during the campaign, Trump mentioned a number of things related to Taiwan. One of the things he said was that Taiwan stole the United States chip business and that it should pay the U.S. for defensive weapons. What do you make of his comments and the implications it could have for Taiwan?
Well, I think that Trump said that Taiwan should pay for protection because they already pay for defensive weapons.
That's right, absolutely.
and because of the fact that the U.S. sells a lot of weapons to Taiwan, no other country in the world does, it all adds up. It's not protection money. These are for real capabilities to help Taiwan defend itself, and nobody should think otherwise. These weapons will help Taiwan, particularly the asymmetric weapons. We've recently seen a report that the HIMARS have been, some of them have been delivered to Taiwan. Very important capabilities. So yes, I think Donald Trump has said various things. That doesn't necessarily mean that they will be put into practice.
I do want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump's relationship with Xi Jinping, the Chinese president. He talks very favorably about him. He says Xi is a tough guy, invited him to Mar-a-Lago. Do you think that poses a risk for Taiwan?
Well, there are scenarios in which it could pose some risks. So during the Biden administration, when Xi Jinping met with President Biden, it has been reported at least 2 times that Xi Jinping has asked Joe Biden to do something on Taiwan. So he asked President Biden to stop Nancy Pelosi from going to Taiwan. President Biden did not do so. And then more recently, it was reported that he asked Joe Biden to say publicly that the United States opposes Taiwan independence. And our policy, of course, is that the United States does not support Taiwan independence. And the difference is, I think, important, even though it sounds like it's not that different. If there were an opportunity for Taiwan to be independent and Beijing allowed it to happen, why would we oppose it? So Americans have never felt comfortable. And it's not the first time. During the Clinton administration, Beijing also tried to get the U.S. president to say that he opposed independence. So what would happen if there were a conversation between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping asked Donald Trump to do something on Taiwan, and then Donald Trump might think, oh, he wants something from me, what can I get from him? And we know he has this proclivity to be transactional.
Yeah. And what does wise leadership in Washington look like in terms of dealing with Taiwan?
Well, I certainly think it means consistent rhetoric about our support for Taiwan, not saying, well, we should charge Taiwan for protection. That's just not effective signaling. I think that we should have very effective signaling in our conversations with Xi Jinping about the unacceptability of any use of force against Taiwan. And we should encourage our allies to continue to do that, because Xi Jinping has to see this is not just a U.S.-China issue. It really is a global issue. And then, of course, the willingness to help Taiwan, whether it's arms sales, continued training, providing other capabilities to help strengthen Taiwan's resilience. I think all of that is important.
That was Bonnie Glaser speaking about Taiwan-U.S. relations under a second Trump presidency. A new level of cosmic potential may be unlocked as researchers from Japan prepare to launch the world's first wooden satellite. Harrell Hughes tells us about the inspiration behind this new development in space research.
This small cube of wood, cut, carved, and assembled, will soon orbit Earth as the world's first wooden satellite. Japanese researchers hope it will change the way humans approach space development.
今まで、いわゆるどの国の宇宙開発も、計画していなかったことで、この宇宙で気を使うということが人類が宇宙に、持続可能でですね、永遠に発展していける一つの、方法であると。やり方であるということを、世界の皆さんに知ってほしいと思います。
Low Earth orbit is getting crowded. Scientists estimate there are more than 30,000 pieces of junk hurtling around the planet, adding to the more than 9,000 satellites currently in orbit. Once these satellites exceed their usefulness, they either add to the amount of space junk, or they re-enter the atmosphere and burn up, releasing harmful chemicals, which could eventually change the planet's thermal balance.
今現在使われている衛星はアルミニウム製ですので、これは地球大気圏に再突入させるとアルミナ粒子を作り出して地球大気圏を汚します。
Researchers hope crafting satellites out of renewable materials like wood can alleviate the amount of space pollution and, in the long term, lead to timber houses on the moon and Mars. But first, scientists have to test that wood can survive in space. To build the CUBE satellite, they looked inward for inspiration, drawing from traditional techniques used in Japan for centuries.
今回人工衛星の目的で使ったのはホウの木、マグノリアと木の一種類ですけども、伝統的にはやはり加工しやすくて、噴景しにくいという特徴を使ってますので、代表的なところとしましては日本刀の鞘とか、強度を利用して下駄ですね、下駄の刃とかに使われたりするわけですね。
The small cube will make its first mission to the International Space Station in early November and will stay in orbit for 6 months. Scientists hope this will give them the first glimpse into the durability of wood in space and lead to a new level of cosmic potential. Andy Xue and Harrell Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Before we go, snow has finally fallen on Mount Fuji. The latest, Japan's iconic peak, has seen its first snow in over a century. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, please visit us at TaiwanPlus.com.